Hey, what is up there, guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of The Evolve. How you guys doing on today? You know what? I'm doing all right. So, today what we want to talk about, we need to get right into it. As you guys know, that Bang verse had already came out. It leaked, and the verse it hits on, it is the most fire verse. This original verse by Eminem was definitely the best in my opinion. And like many have said before, we can see why Eminem actually didn't go with that verse was because, it would definitely overshadow. It would have definitely overshadowed, and he would have took everyone would only be talking about Eminem. Everyone was already just talking about Eminem, but with something like that, it would definitely just I don't know what I'm saying there, guys. Let's just get right into this. But anyway, today I am doing this video because Eminem has responded to that leaked verse. Because I know, like me, like most people, we wanted to know what Eminem thought. Many came up with the idea that Eminem or Paul may have leaked it themselves. So we wanted to know what Eminem had stated and how he felt about that verse. Well, on yesterday, he did respond. And not just that, Joe Budden. Before we get into Eminem's response and how he felt about the video, I want to play a bit of Joe Budden's response because Joe was on Spotify on his podcast and he talked about the verse because Eminem did mention Joe and he went at Joe very clever. I mean, the Joe part of this verse, if you haven't watched it or listened to it, go watch my last video. That was the most fire stuff that you're going to find in 2020 right now, what he did with the wordplay and everything. But let's take a listen and listen to what Joe here. I have it up in tune here, so we're gonna go ahead and play.
It's triggering. What was the name of this record?
Bang.
I believe.
You trying to trigger me?
No, never that. Okay, whatever. All right, man. He said fuck your whole network.
Rory, you
I ain't hear a
just
peep
typed
from
in
you.
mad words and you're not playing audio?
I wanted to hear your response. No, play it first.
Yeah, play first and then he'll battle back.
Yeah.
Now I get it why buttons broke, because you press them like
Hey! I'm Budden!
And you broke.
I mean, that was an ecstatic laugh.
Okay, so now they're just listening to the verse right now. And you know how some people, when you joke at them and when you come at them real hard, they tend to laugh it off. Hey, I'm Budden. I feel that that's what Joe was doing here, but we'll get into it. I think we may skip a little head just a bit as we don't need to hear the jokes and laughs.
Tom, it is. Joe's still quiet as a mouse.
Joe was still
He
quiet.
said that the buttons was broken. When you get pressed,
Have you
you
ever
do
even had
nothing.
mice? Do you even know if mice are quiet?
No, they're actually, you can hear them.
Yeah, that's
You
what
can
I'm
hear them.
saying. These privileged
Make
ass
a lot of
Rory.
noise to hit that track.
I want to stop it right there. So Roy is just saying, hey, you know what? Eminem is kind of right. When your buttons is pushed, and I said this in my reaction to this, that's what Eminem was saying. Okay, all right, never mind. That's what Eminem was saying. When your buttons are pushed, I keep coming at you. I'm pushing your buttons, but nothing's playing. You're not coming at him. So his buddy Rory kind of mentioned that too. Let's see what Joe is going to say.
Mouse are very loud when they get trapped on that glue.
So how does this work when it's like an unreleased verse? Do you still get offended, or is it because he didn't put it out?
No, you can't get offended at that. Well, you can. But
Listen.
you shouldn't.
Here we go.
I was 100% prepared to come in here and scream on Paul because I thought Paul leaked this.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Yeah, I was ready to come in here and tell you guys, tell Paul and him to read the room. And how now...
Okay, so when Joe is saying when he said read the room, he was prepared to tell Eminem read the room to basically see what's going on right now. We're having Black Lives Matters and protests and riots and police and defund the police and so much stuff is going on. Read the room. Now is not the time, Em. So that's what he was saying. But we'll continue.
It's not the time for all of that.
Wazoo talk.
Yeah.
But this is an old verse. Maul is right. You don't get offended from old verses, one. And two, I don't think anybody's on that right now.
Okay.
I don't think M is on that. I don't think think anybody on that side is on that right this second. To be honest with you, I feel safe speaking for everyone when I say that. I won't tell you why I feel safe, but I do. So yeah, that's not really where the focus is right now. That's not where our concern is, or that's not where it should be. It's way too much.
Okay, so right now Joe is just stated in his response to the verse that, hey, you know, I'm not going to get mad. That was an old verse, and I don't think that's where we're at right now. It's not even, and Joe said that, you know, I kind of know I'm safe for speaking for Eminem and all of Slaughterhouse. I know that they're not on it. Now then this, now further on in this clip, if we get to it, Joe is going to go ahead and state that, you know, I know because I've been talking to them behind the scenes. Just to give this a little sum up, Joe is basically going to say that I know because I've been talking to them behind the scenes, and it's looking like they are trying to get back a Slaughterhouse. Joe is trying to rekindle that fire that he had for Eminem when he wrote Slaughterhouse, where he was super sad and whatnot. But we'll play on just a bit.
Much important shit going on. Sound like super mature and political right now, but facts is facts.
Yeah, way to take the fun out of this.
Listen, even if I was going to come in here and start screaming, like I'm not rapping, so that's not fun. But nothing about this is fun. It's more power in the unity, and I'm going to assume that we were taking some baby steps to try to reach unity with some of the behind-the-scenes conversations that have taken place. So, no, this is not 35-year-old Joe that's going to come and just fuck everything up.
I've been better than you.
I've been better than you. We're going to be mature. I'm 40. Great verse.
M.
Where's Chubbs to call
In the
somebody
old
pussy?
immature Joe, would you?
And that was Joe's response, basically saying, hey, don't want no smoke from him. We're working behind the scenes. I've been talking to him. We're good. We may be trying to work out something. We may see a Slaughterhouse. We're taking baby steps. This is not 35-year-old Joe. This is not old Joe. You have rhymed a bunch of words, M. It's not that. But anyway, I want to go ahead and I want to bring up Eminem's response to this leak, because a lot of people wanted to know, hey, just what Eminem has stated. And well, this is what Eminem said on Twitter. He posted up something, and he captioned it. He said, in response to Revolt TV, because he responding to Revolt TV that said, hey, you too, M. F you too, M. And this is Eminem's response to the leak and response to Revolt and Ja Rule. Okay, I agree with Revolt. Funny, basically saying, yeah, F M. Eminem said, I agree with Revolt. This is an unnecessary distraction. I never meant for that verse to be heard. I was heated in the moment and thought better of it and decided to pull it back. So Eminem, in this first part of his response, he was saying this is an unnecessary distraction. You know, a lot is going on right now. I have read the room, Joe, and we don't need this distraction. You know, it's kind of like we're seeing a bunch of these police videos of police kneeling and holding hands and parading around with the protesters, and I find that just a distraction, because it's not about the police right now, and it was never about saying that all cops are bad. That was not the protests. I mean, black people, they were protesting a system, a systematic, institutional, a problem with white supremacists in this country. They were protesting a system that enables these cops to get away with stuff time and time again, and to come up with distractions like, oh no, it's not all of us. But anyway, I digress. Eminem was saying it's just a distraction. I didn't mean for this to get out. I was just heated. Yeah, I get heated in a moment. But then he goes on and he said, stuff that I never intended to release continues to leak from a huge weed transfer hack. That's the transfer as far as the diss and whatnot. I don't have any issues with Revolt. I actually welcomed the opportunity to work with them on some positive things and turn this in a different direction. I'm gonna admit that was a little surprising, in that he is open to working with them. I did say in my last video that I believe that Eminem has shown nothing but signs that he does respect Diddy. He's alright, he's cool. And so I've seen people in the comments like, really though? Nah, he don't care about Diddy. He don't want to have nothing to do. But I did say, because all signs leads to that. So Eminem said that he would be down. He is trying to change a more positive, and I think a big part of it, we are moving in times, and this haven't just started for him where, now because Black Lives Matter and because of the times, now everybody's hopping on board and everybody's trying to show that they are culturally and that they are not down with the injustice. But, Eminem has always had a history of doing for blacks, of being a part of blacks. Eminem is that one person. Eminem is that one white guy that can actually say, and how people say, white people say, I can't be racist, I got a black friend. Well, Eminem is the type that say, you know what? Now that I think about it, I got a white friend. If I'm being honest. But that was Eminem's response to Revolt. It's a more mature, a different M. This is an Eminem, definitely not a Slim Shady of 2000. But then again, Eminem of 2000, he wrote Toy Soldier too. I don't know. But I like to know what you all think. Did you guys enjoy this response? Would you want him to work with Revolt, do something with them? Are you looking forward to a slaughterhouse? Do you think that, Joe did suggest that they are trying to mend pieces? Is that something that you're looking forward to? Do you still have this simmering, somewhat triggerness as far as with Joe and whatnot? I like to know in the comments what you all think. Guys, as always, KIP, it's always fun. Keep it positive. Just remember, it's gonna be alright. You ain't gotta worry about a thing. I'll see y'all next episode.